Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with the third part in the painting tutorial of the Gaunt Summoner. I keep working on that. In the first part I work mainly the clothes. Now we are here working, the second part we work on the skin and on all these parts. And now we will start working on the armor plates. I just did here some testing, so this is what I go for the armor plates. I'm going to do this here also on the front. So let me show how we wore that. And the paints I will be using now is Sotek green, okay, Templegar blue, and Baharroth blue. Okay, these are the colors. We have them here. I put them in the wet palette because in that way I can blend them better. So let's start here, and we will start applying a base of applying first the Sotek green. This was the base color, but we did a wash, so now it's darker. The plate is darker than the Sotek green. Okay, then we are going to apply Templegar blue, and here I'm going to do like a bright spot here in the armor going down, okay, something like that. And we are going to try to smooth the transition, but you'll see, because it was fresh, it's quite smooth. And we are going to go to the last accent with Baharroth blue. Okay, now we are going to smooth a little bit using now Templegar blue. Okay, and I'm going to use a little bit of now Sotek green. Again, I go for blue. Okay, and I will apply here a bit of temper. Okay, we are going to do the same with the arms. The arms can be quite tricky to highlight. What I'm going to do is, like, we're going to take the top of the arm and we are going to highlight just the top. Something like that. Okay. Then we add a spot here, here, and then we highlight a little bit the finishing of the armor plate. Okay, and then we do the same at the back to have the same type of. So I start first with Sotek green. Okay, Templegar blue, Baharroth blue. This just I'm making giving the sensation of a bright point. So this is how we look like. We can go again a little bit of Baharroth blue here. Okay. I'm going to make the same in the next arm. I mean, not in the next arm, in the next armor plate. Okay. just playing now a little bit of, because this part I wanted to look dark. Okay. And then here we put very little Baharroth blue. To make the miniature also look interesting from the back, we do the same in the back. So take green. Temporary blue. Baharroth blue. Then this, so the green. We just go next to it. Okay. So the other arms are going to be done in the same way, so I will not keep doing arms. These armor plates, we put Sotek green. These are very small, so it's a small version of what we did on the other armor plate. And just something like that is enough. It's quite a small thing. Here, just want to show, we need to work better if we completely this to that. Okay. And this part here, what we are going to do is we are going to apply here in the edge. And the other edge. Temporary blue. This is too thick. Okay. Doesn't matter because here we are going to do also take green. I'm applying now here directly temporary blue. This is quite a small portion and I want to show this part. And what we do at the end, so I'm going to take Baharroth blue. Again, we are going to play. No, I'm applying Sotek green. Temporary blue. Here and here. And Baharroth blue. And we go back with Sotek green. And with a little bit of temporary blue. And this. I'm going to use now a mixed, more or less, with temporary blue and Sotek green. and I take Sotek green. I'll take a little bit of more Sotek green. Okay, I will do the same on the other side. Okay, so this is how I will do the armor. This I show you the different plates how to paint them. I will do the rest of the plates in the armor and I will come back once it is done. So yeah, the blue is done on the armor, as you can see, and I also glued the miniature to the base because the part that was impacted, that was not reachable because of the book, now it's painted. So you see, and yeah, I was rubbing off the paint, so I was a little bit pissed off by that, and I decided to glue it on the base to have a better grip and avoid, because I was really rubbing off the paint from here, and I was a little bit pissed off. So yeah, and I wanted also to look how the full composition was looking like. So next we are going to work a little bit on the yellow rim. It is still looking a little bit, as you see some bright here is because I just did a wash of, I did this a wash of Dvachi Violet. Okay, I did it here on this part, this joint of the armor plate, and I will leave it like that. Okay, and now I will do some highlight on this yellow that is still looking a little bit dirt, and I will use Dorn yellow. Okay, I will start first applying Dorn yellow on the yellow rim, and I will go for a new pot, the church bowl, because this one is finished. We have the Dorn yellow, and we are going to paint here the rims of the armor, and also this detail that the armor have. So what we are going to do is, I start with Dorn yellow. This again is going to be very detailed, and you will need a lot of patient work. We want to clean the yellow. Okay. You can see this is really making the rim to be more visible. Okay. This is also here. So you see this Dorn yellow making the rims really to pop up, make them more visible, cleaner. I'm going to come with that. Okay, so you see, we'll do a little bit more, but I will not do, of course, all of on camera. So let's do here these ones. Let's do this one, that is the most visible one. So you try to go from here, I touch all this. Okay. Like that. Okay, and then we do these things. Keep going. So yeah, I will do the rest of camera. I think I did. You get the idea of what I want to do. Okay, do this part here. Okay, and this yellow will look cleaner and more interesting than the Abbadon sunset. So I will keep doing that and I will come back once it's done. So the armor, now the rim of the armor is done. Okay, so you see how it's looking like, and I also glued the miniature on the base, so you see how it's looking like. Okay, so now we are going to do the two parts that are still pending to do, is the staff and then the book, and I will do the book and we will finalize by doing the staff. So I will do the next step that I will do is the fire on the staff. I remember that we applied the base of Abbadon Sunset, so now we are going to apply a Flash Gift yellow here. Okay, I have to say that today I just start painting with new artificial layer. Okay, this is a small size, and so far I've been using it to paint this guy, and I'm very happy how this brush is working. So yeah, I think these brushes from Games Workshop they give a quite good result. They are expensive, these artificial brushes, but I will say that they work very well. The previous one lasted me for almost 1 year. So as you can see, I will apply this yellow. We want to go for a nice and bright yellow. The Abbadon Sunset covers very well, but is a base for other yellows. The Abbadon Sunset is very aqua. It's quite I would say it's a not a bright yellow, it's a dull yellow, and for fire it's not working, because on fire you want to have something bright. It's a source of light, so the colors are bright normally. You don't want to go with dull colors, especially when the rest of the miniature have all these nice and bright colors. Okay, so we are going to do that. I'm going to play also here. We don't need to forget this part here. We will do a very small, and I'm doing this before the book, because I will do a very small OSL as well, going on the deck, going on the book pages. Very little, very subtle. I will not go for something very heavy, because I think that I'm imagining this with other sources of light. So if the only sources of light are the two fires, then the lightings, the highlights I'm doing on the miniature makes no sense. So we are going to do just something very subtle on the book, very minimal, but just to give the sensation of a source of light on the fire. Okay, so I will keep applying this. The only thing is this brush have this only one. When this happens, normally I remove it. It's quite common that there is always one bristle or something that one bristle that is not well attached. It's not okay. Next step, and we don't need to wait. Normally I don't wait the device. I'm going to use Fire Dragon Bright. Okay. I keep all my colors open in that stage because I will use them all. What we're going to do is we're going to apply this. Okay. We're going to. I don't need to go higher because higher I will go with a different orange. Okay, but this can be the main orange that we want to use. Okay. This will cover mainly full fire. We can leave some yellow here and there, just a little bit, not too much. The yellow should be mainly on the base of the fire. Okay, I take yellow. I go up with the yellow. Okay. Next step, I will use Doombull's layer orange. This one again we want to we go mainly on the we do the opposite of when we do highlighting. So we do highlight by layering, but instead of going from from lighter to darker, in that case you go from lighter in the recesses to darker in the most exposed parts, because it's a source of light. So normally the fire should be opposite, or to because the yellowish the parts and the light orange are warmer than how it says than the. Okay, here I apply. You want to avoid any black spot next to fire. It will know what we can do. Okay, what we are going to do as part of the OSL, I take the torch layer. We are going to go just next to the this will be how the fire will be reflect will bright on top of the. Okay, we are going to do the same on the gold, but just really the facing we are going to paint in orange. Okay, the rest the rest will not be influenced, because normally the metallics will just have very like a reflection, will not have. You can go to make it a little bit bigger, you can go a little bit more into the blade. Okay, but really what you want to do is something like that. Okay, here and here. Okay, we are going to do something similar on the pages here. So we are going to lay a little bit of orange. And normally the OSLs are not working very well on top of light surfaces. So on the book I will not be surprised if the effect is not working very well. What I will do is this part here that is like a hole, make no sense that it's dark, so I will paint it orange. This was a little bit a mistake of my assembly, so I will dissimulate the mistake by applying orange there and then a little bit of OSL. And we are going to avoid shades. Okay, shades next to the fire makes no sense, so we are going to avoid this by adding some orange as well. Okay, and I'm using the brighter of the oranges in that cases. I will not go for darker because it will look weird on top of these pages, because these pages are really sepia color, so it's a very light color, so will not, indeed the white, if have light from other parts, if you put another source of light, will be brighter, but will not catch the color of the new source of. Okay, so something like that. Then the important is that I think the knife will carry the effect. Okay, I will not do much more than that. The only thing we can do is also on the fingers we can add just a soft touch of orange. Okay, something like that. Yeah, it's enough. I think it's enough. This will make the effect. We keep on the fire. I go for a darker color, Wild Rider Red. They call it red, but it's in between red and orange, to be fair. This is quite a dark color. We have to be careful this one because it's also quite okay. Apply it here and there. Okay. Just okay. We can apply it also. These flames at the bottom maybe are too yellow, so I'm going to apply a little bit there. Take now the face layer orange, not the face layer, the fried dragon bright. And then, okay. Okay. Okay, you see, I miss all this part, so I'm going to do it now. I just put some first and later color, later orange. Okay, and now I go with the darker one. These are small flames, so you can be more direct. Okay, so something like that. Now I will use Mephiston red. With the red you have to be careful, you don't want to put too much. Okay, because the red will give too much, is giving a lot of contrast. So normally I don't like to put too much red. Okay, just very little. And this red is too, so just, and I will almost cover with the next color the red, because I don't like to have too much red on, to be fair. So you can see I'm trying to pinpoint the tips of the flames. Okay. And what you can add at the end is something a little bit, I will say corn red, something dark color at the end. You can go even with browns or black, but I will not do it in that case. Okay, and I will Okay, and then just very little. I don't. Okay. I made mostly the transition with the orange. Okay. And I think this is good enough. So we have the fire on top of the book. By the way, I need to do the cover of the book. I was almost forgetting that part. So we are going to do now the cover of the book. And I'm going to use, I think, a brown for the cover. I like the books to paint like that. You can use any fancy color. It's a magic book, so indeed can be made of any strange color from Thench. But in that case, I decided to go for Doombull brown. It's quite a dark color. Okay, Doombull brown. I will paint the cover with Doombull brown. I don't care about, so I will almost cover everything, and then later on we are going to do the gold. As you can see, yeah, here we also need to work the hand. Okay, this is a part that I missed when I was doing the skin as well. So I will paint the cover with Doombull brown. I will come back once this is dry. So while the brown of the cover is drying, I will start doing the freehand on top of the book. And this time I will do, yeah, I was thinking how to word that. And I think I will do the symbol of Thench in one side or something mystical, some like mystical drawings, and text on the other side. So let's take first, let's do the text first. And I think I will do the text where the access is not that good. We will do the text where the book is cutted. Okay. So I will do text here, and for that I use this is my old Artificer. It's more than 1 year old, and now it's so thin that I use it for the tails. Okay, what you want to do when you do text is I don't like to do just straight lines. I do like a sequence of dots. Okay, irregular dots. You want to keep in the same line, but irregular. Then here, for example, we can make like a small drawing. Okay, let's imagine that is something like that. And this. Okay. Just something. So, if not, you look in internet for some weird things that you want to do. So this one I will do it, of course it's going to be easier to access. I will start with a red. We'll use corn red, okay. We'll use here I will do something like that, like the shape of the square. Okay. Then I will do text as well. Here, what I will do is I will make the bowing in one side. For example, you can make like a square, like if there was a drawing there. Then you can do like a rune inside. Sometimes when you want to do rune, just look in internet for stained runes. In case I do something like that. It's too small really to go to my detail. And then I put just text next to it. Okay, this makes something like that. Now we can add a little bit of color. This is a thank book, so can have some color. Imagine that these walls, each one is from a different, it's of a different color, so representing ingredients or mystical points. So we just fill the circle. We'll fill this with red. I will fill one with blue. Let's use some bright blue. Okay, and we fill one, for example, in. Don't use yellow, will not be visible, so we can use green. Okay, and you maybe can put a rune in the middle. Something like that, just to show this. Something there. This will make the impression. And you can put something here. Next to this one. And I think this will be good. So yeah, we have the book done in that side. In the meantime, the bottom have dry. Okay, so we can work now on the bottom again, and now we will use gold. Okay, if you don't want to use gold, just wash, but I will use gold this time, and I will very carefully, I will pick up all the different symbols, things that we have here in gold. So I will start trying to pick this. This book have an A engraved, so we are going to paint the A like the A's that we paint on the face. It's a book of the Gaunt Summoner, so you never know how much magic this book have. So I will do the gold, and I will show you how it's looking like when I have done the gold, but it's going to be very similar to what I did when I was trimming the armor. Very carefully, you want to pick up all the gold part. And I'm thinking, if you want to make it even weird, this book, you can make this cover in pink or in a flesh color, and then paint it like if it's flesh. Something that is coming out to me, but I will do now a classic book. I started. Okay. Okay, I will do that and I will come back once it's done. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I will do a wash of Agrax Earthshade on what we painted before. Okay. I don't know why this Agrax Earthshade cannot keep the lid open. I'm using quite a big brush for that. you don't need too much precision. I just will apply Earthshade all over this part. Okay, just a little bit careful not to didn't too much the hand, and that's all. You see, this can be applied with really a big brush. Okay, then we don't have to forget to do something like that. So if I go, okay. You can also use the Agrax shade to give a little bit more shading on this part. But make this look better. So this goes looking like. Again, that is a wash. I will wait until this dry before keep working on the book. So the wash has dried up. Okay, you see here how now. I hope you can see how the book is looking like. It's quite a tricky thing because the base is in the way. Okay. So now we are going to clean up this part. We are going to paint the ace. I decide to do the ace as the ones we have here. So I will paint them now black, the ace. Okay, so I take Abbadon black. Okay, and I will paint both ace with Abbadon black. Okay, one here. The other here. Okay, it's time to dry. I will take now Auric Armor Gold. Okay, here we have, and we are going to highlight the gold a little bit. This is finished. Okay. We want this gold to pop on top of the brown. The only problem of this book is most of the people will not even see that there is all this detail at the bottom of the book, but the cover of the book, I will say. Because normally people don't turn out the miniatures. Normally people don't, it's not turning upside down the miniatures to see what is below. Okay. Unless I guess you are judging the miniature for a contest. Okay, I think this is good enough. The other thing, now I will apply the yellow. I will use Fazgis yellow. When it's a small area like that, you can apply the yellow and will have quite a nice coverage. Sorry if you cannot see this in camera, the base I get. That is, so this is what I do. Then the other one. To be fair, you should do before assembly. No, here I made a mistake. So I will go back with black. And yeah, I think I will leave. I'm going to try to do the pupil of the. We have one. Okay. It's good enough. It's an area that is completely hidden. It's not hidden, but it's not an area that is the most visible part of the miniature. We can go with gold and trim a little bit the A. Okay. Okay. Here it's good. And the last thing I will do on the book, and then we can go to the staff, is I will do some highlights. I will use Mourfang brown. Okay. Close the gold. And I will, especially in the part, we want to do something like that. Okay. Then just a little bit. There's no need too much. Okay, and then we do a little bit here. Okay. The only thing, yeah, I will finalize with Rhinox Hide. The reason is I want to make this part darker. Okay. Okay. So this is done. Now we go to work on the staff. And to work on the staff, we go back to a screaming pink, screamer pink, and we are going to highlight all this thing that we have on top of the staff. Okay. Really, I don't know what is this. We are going to apply screaming pink. Screamer pink all over this. Okay. So we did, remember that this was the base color, and then we did the shade with a wash with purple. I'm not go too much up because I think I will go darker there. Things can have also a lot of pink, purple colors, like not that far from Slanish. The only thing is, things would go for less flesh colors or more bright colors. But the pink auras are from Thench, not from Slanish. So here we go. This is good for the first highlight. Now I'm going to do two things. We'll go darker on the tops and I will go lighter on these tendrils. So let's go on the top. I will use no Shadows purple. Okay. And I will go up to Narrow Night. The problem here is that when you do these blendings, then you can lose also the highlights. This is the risk that you have when doing this. Okay, so you see that this color, it's transitioning very well. Okay, we're going to do the same on the other side. So this is just applying Shadows purple. These parts. Okay. And now next is Narrow Night. I don't want to go too dark neither. I mean, I don't want to have a lot of bar on this color, just the top. And put a little bit of Shadows purple here. So yeah, this is now we are going to start doing the highlights and making very light. So I will start. I will take now Emperor's Children. I will have next to me still Screamer Pink, and then we are going to start highlighting that. And yeah, you will see that at the beginning this will look maybe too stark, too much. Then we use Screamer Pink, which is blended. Okay. I just point these things. We're going to do this part here. Here. here just a bit too little. Okay, what we can do is we can pick these things. Like small spikes, teeth, what is, who knows what is that from French. Then we can also do highlight a little bit here, and again screaming ping to smooth out. We are going to go for the tentacles, or tendrils, or what is that? Okay, you see that the beginning looks, I just go straight forward with the pink. This is the Emperor's Children. Okay, now we take a screaming pink and we mix it. Okay, same here. For me, this is the way to go. We can just move this a little bit more here. Prefer to go longer with the light. Okay, then here we need to work in a shorter space. So I do the Emperor's Children very short. No screaming ping. Okay. This is quite an easy and straightforward blending. I will do a mixture of 50-50 with Emperor's Children and Screaming Ping. Well, there's a little bit of more Screaming Ping, going more 2-to-1 Screaming Ping, because the Screaming Ping is much lighter and I will just apply this mixture that I did here. Okay, and I will go here, and then I will do the same here. And I just did this mixture, and then we want to do this. Okay, and then I go with the Screaming Ping. And then take it Emperor's Children, and we want to do the middle. Okay, so we want to blend it. This, when you blend and you do color transitions, you have to be careful because you can lose a little bit the shading. You can do the shading and the highlights with the blending. So this is how it's looking like. Okay, and I will go for a last highlight on that, and I will use now the full green pink, this really light one. Okay, again on the tentacle I will just go on the bottom. You see that when you put it there it's almost white, what you see. And then I use Emperor's Children and I smooth the transitions a little bit by blending. Have to be careful because this color is really so light that it's eaten by the others. And here it's going to be more challenging. Just put what I have on my brush, I will not go that bright. Okay. The only thing here at this back, we can make I will use the mixture we did before. And I will make it a little bit longer. Okay. We use the fulgrim as well, very little. Just here, and then we go with a better children. Too smooth. But also do very little. So yeah, top of the stuff is done. We are almost done now with this guy. The last step is to work on the gold. It's looking a little bit boring, too flat. Although I will say this is only base color and the new shade, the new gloss shade. So the only thing we are going to do now, I will take Auric Armor Gold. Okay, and I will do, for example, highlight here. And I will go and I do something like that. And do some artificial highlights in the middle. This is the way to break the uniformity of the stuff. Okay, we can also add, this is going to be a tricky one, because normally you don't have the same control with the metallic paints. No, I don't want to make a mistake, big mistake there. Okay, at the bottom we just and just by doing that you break a little bit the uniformity of the color. Make this more interesting, more like realistic. This okay. And keep the darker color there in the rim. And here, for example, we can apply a little bit of the Auric Armor Gold. Okay. And I will say that I will finish here the work on this guy. So here I will finish the tutorial. Maybe this third part is shorter, but really need it, because if not the second part would have been too long. So this is how it's looking like. Okay. I hope you have find this tutorial interesting. A lot of things and different techniques I had to use here, and I really enjoy. So it's one of the methods that I really enjoyed painting, because there is a lot of different details and things that you want to play, and you also want to work a lot with doing color transitions, not making the color uniforms. So yeah, that's all for now. I hope you find this tutorial interesting, and yeah, you can support me just giving a like, comment, and you also can support me in Patreon. So yeah, you can follow the link in the description below if you think that my work is worth it to be supported in Patreon. That's all for now. As usual, yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.